Kia ora, cloudier skies still with us around the eastern side of the country, and that cloud spinning through in towards Wellington as well. But you can see some nice clear skies down across the South Island and even up towards the likes of, say, Waikato and Auckland Way. Not a bad looking start to the day. As we head through this afternoon, we will find showers springing up in those western areas. Some of those fairly heavy, perhaps, even with the odd rumble of thunder. And you can see as well, it's a similar story down south, where those daytime temperatures really start to rise. We'll find the showers springing up, and there could be one or two heavy, perhaps thundery showers in towards parts of Southland and Otago as well. They'll fade away though as we head through the night time, and leaving behind some clear skies again across those central parts of the south side. You'll notice though we'll keep hold of more cloud and showers even on towards that eastern coast, with that low pressure system to the far north keeping those showers just feeding through on those easterly winds. Drier skies and clearer conditions though out towards the west as we head through the night, and that high pressure building quite nicely across the south side, keeping most spots dry through the night. In terms of our temperatures though, beneath those clearer skies our lows will get down to around about 8 degrees Celsius across those southern parts of Canterbury, but I think across the north side down to 11s and 12s, perhaps at the coolest. As we head on in towards Wednesday itself though, we will find down in the south plenty of clear sky from say Nelson and across in towards Marlborough. As we go through the daytime though, we will find some showers springing up down that central spine of the Canterbury High Country, but more so down towards the likes of say Fiordland and across in towards parts of Southland and Otago, and some of those will be quite heavy and thundery. For the North Island, we'll find there's more showers again around that eastern coast. They will fade away as we head through the daytime, and once more we'll find some showers springing up in the afternoon for places like Waikato and up towards those southern parts of Auckland. Some of those fairly heavy and quite slow moving. So if you're unlucky enough to get caught beneath a shower, it could be with you for a fair while, leading to some pretty intense bursts of rain. But while we're up on the North Island, you can see we do start off with some decent spells of sunshine all the way from Northland down towards Wellington. Around that eastern coast, though, more cloud, and I think we are going to find showers to start the day for Hawke's Bay and for Gisborne. They will fade through the daytime. We'll find that cloud bubbling up elsewhere though, and we'll find those showers springing up. Now they're not for everyone, but like I say, they are going to be quite slow moving. So if you do catch a shower through parts of Waikato or those southern parts of the Auckland region, there could be one or two fairly heavy ones there, perhaps again with that risk of thunder, and they are going to be slow moving, so you could find some really locally intense bursts of rainfall. Southern Taranaki around towards Wanganui and down towards say Horowhenua, Kapiti Coast. Looks to be pretty decent through most of the day. A bit of patchy cloud through the afternoon, but most of the showers are staying up about the high country. In terms of our temperatures, once again, Hamilton looking pretty decent, highs there of 25 degrees Celsius. Auckland not far behind, around about 24 degrees Celsius. A bit of a cooler feel down towards the capital, but 21 in Wellington and not too bad overnight as well. As we go down towards the South Island, we're going to find plenty of clear sky, but we are going to find that cloud thickens up on that western coast as we head through the daytime, and some wetter weather making its way in towards Fiordland, and you can see those showers once again springing up through Southland and Otago. Some of those are fairly heavy. You'll also notice a few spots of blue running up the coast there, running up the central high country I should say. Now most of those showers will be inland, very isolated as well, but again just that risk that if you do catch one or two they could be fairly sharp, but I think the risk of catching those showers is fairly small for most people in Canterbury. A great day for example in Christchurch, just a bit of patchy cloud, not a bad looking story, and I think temperature wise pretty decent as well. There is a watch out for some heavy rain in Fiordland as we go through Wednesday. You can see that rain pushing through, worth keeping an eye on as these next fronts run up from the south. But I think for many of us what we find though is that those fronts will bring some much cooler air as we head towards the end of the week. But for Wednesday, our temperatures will still be pretty decent, especially around the eastern coast of the South Island. Highs back up to around about 25 degrees Celsius, over the likes of, say, Timaru and up towards Ashburton. But I think we are going to find those temperatures do take a tumble as we head through towards, particularly for Friday, across the South Island. You can see, though, as we head through Thursday, we are going to keep this front moving northwards. So not a bad looking story across most of the North Island. Showers springing up again through parts of the Bay, plenty, Waikato, up towards Auckland and Northland, perhaps one or two sharp ones through Northland there. But this front moving northwards brings wet weather in towards Westland as we head through the daytime, and that rainfall spreading northwards up through the likes of, say, Canterbury as we head through the daytime as well. So generally a dry looking day for Nelson and Marlborough, and even across in towards Wellington. Just watching those winds picking up, those northwesterlies ahead of this front. But what this feature will do, as well as bringing some pretty strong southerly winds, it will bring some much colder temperatures as well. For Thursday, we keep hold of those warmer temperatures ahead of that front. So for places like, say, Ashburton, Christchurch, up towards the likes of Marlborough, you stay ahead of that feature through most of the day. And so you keep hold of those pretty warm temperatures, highs of 28 degrees Celsius in Christchurch on Thursday. A great looking day in terms of temperature there. However, as we head through towards Friday, we find ourselves on the other side of that front and in that cold air. So look at our top temperatures on Friday, 14 degrees Celsius. A very different story compared to that 28 or so we'll see on Thursday. So do be prepared for some colder temperatures as we head through Friday. Also, that southerly will bring some pretty brisk winds up towards, let's say, Wellington and squeeze through the Taranaki Bight across towards Taranaki as well. So we could find some pretty windy weather. And by Friday, that rainfall runs up towards the North Island and brings some wet weather towards the eastern coast as well in time for the weekend. So plenty happening as we head towards the end of the week. But notably, I think for all of us, we'll find it's a cooler end to the week. That's it from me. This is from metservice.com.